Adesmama makwa ba Adom TV kase bre aso efri samre akopem se nonso bebo apemu se de da ye no ensem ne yensa kan wo de ne se obenya daje na afei ubetimi ahwebie na ensem no de edi makotene bi ene se omanma police force wo ye hwehwemu e de afa kwan a enam so nti abato ho sensem nipa enum eto anananom e wonse do yefri wa ye de ye ne betwem wo apadencha ene ne mpotamu na yakwa akwahwe enhwemu a police for ene abato komisa wo mo se omo ye e de afa ho na se samre wopanyini ba ko ya pawo no so wono na edi nkonim wo empotamo ensem bi ka we ho na enne yabo ne bede ede brem anwumri se Adom TV anwumre no nsia empire mu kase mi ameso anwumri eye obidum bi ekwa adukum ye beda ye ho ba ye ba ye benya daje ye bebo awura ensem ni nyina da emu yakramo Yamma kwa baby ba Adom TV kase so ne ye hwa ase de a omamu police sadom panyipa wona ne da no nei wo de nsema ba beto dwa so mo be hwemu de afa abato entokwasem man homne so enam so ntima nipa bi eti nananom e won se do
Ghana posi adwumaiko no apadwumade bi ho ntoma wode ebe hwehwe enipa num a Ghana ba woto ye no wofa mu ehwe won kwa ene edu nso a mo nso eprepraye pa posi adwumaiko yi etwem a sa wokọ abato mpesua bi so te se odododio savelugu ene tachiman south abato mpesua so a ehonum ena omanfo eye sa niema no wohonom a enam so ama enipa num yidie wato anananom wonse do a emu edu enson so eprepra IGP a owo posi adwumanim James Opon ene Adom kase etwetwe sa ensemi hu enkomo no wode atoda se sa brede posi adwumaiko no ede wani edi sa ensemni na echi na de papa ede bia no wode ato.
This period of the election we had some violent incidents. This regrettably resulted in 5 deaths and injuries to 17 persons, including some of our security officers. Our condolences go to the families of the bereaved, and we wish the injured a speedy recovery. At the same time, I wish to assure all Ghanaians that all the recorded incidents are currently being investigated in line with our criminal justice and rule of law procedures, and that the outcome of the investigations will be duly brought to the notice of the good people of this country.
Afi James Opon aside de atoaso se said the omanfo bi enenam eka se eye Ghana asrafo bi a ode won kogu beebi wo hunahuna omanfo na wo koto aba no enya de a etesa
as well as the operational units of the Ghana Police Service were not involved in the duties at the polling stations themselves, but were called in under rapid response and in emergency situations only. The impression being created that the military was used at the polling stations is therefore not correct. I wish to assure all our abiding Ghanaians that appropriate security measures have been put in place to guarantee their security and their safety in accordance with our constitutional mandate.
na fa yefia ne nkyeremu atifido mantamu na okopiemu ewo ho a eneyi bambofo ho mo so mo ye hwehwemu e de afa kwan a enam so ntia okopiemu ewo emiamia bi ete saveligu a eto kasa ye ma branti bi a wanya mfinhye dunso woti nananom wonse do nipa miensa na samre ya chom
Lugu empotem honom ache enipa miensa wo kyeremu a wo mo na enam wo so ema etotutuo bi ekọso honom a obi a wadi mfie edu enso enam so ehwe ne nkwa posi adwuma ekoi ekyeremu a NDC amanyuko ne pen na wogina mu epre emrahye bedwafie akonwa eyobi a wono nso eye suspect honom a wo hwe animu se wobeba abeka wonsa COP Timothy Yosa Bonga ede ensemi eto encentrofo for enemu enkyeremu sei enodi tudwa.
On the 9th of December 2020, the Northern Regional Election Security Task Force conducted a search in the office of Alhaji Idris Yakubu Abdullahi, parliamentary candidate of the National Democratic Congress at Sabulugu, as part of investigations into the shooting incident that claimed the life of a young girl and injured 3 others on the 8th December 2020. An AK-47 assault rifle with 2 magazines loaded with 60 rounds of ammunition were retrieved from his office during the search. The police also retrieved another AK-47 rifle loaded with 40 rounds of ammunition and 21 additional ammunition and 1 round of G3 rifle ammunition from the residence of Dugu Na, who is Mohammed Ahmed, a chief of Dugu in Sabugu.
Wade atoa so se opanyin na opre emrahye bedwafie akonya ewo NDC amanyoko ni dim no wo twen se wode ne ho ebeba abetwe posi adwumayeko no na waye enhwehwemu.
Police will take the necessary steps to arrest him if he fails to show up. The shooting incident is still under investigation, and we are appealing to all who have credible information to make it available to the police.
Police for catching after Yemfi ni enchemu ewa ndisi amanyuko na kache nei womo se ensema abato komisa wode beto monte ani nyina fa afia abato ono hono omu nse no kredi bi anhyeda ankoso nti abato komisa se no mo se no onfa no kre no emra monte
and defend the democracy and the country which was won for us through the blood and toil of our forefathers. We in NDC have decided to do just that, nothing more and nothing less. Yesterday, just around this time, the Electoral Commission, we picked information that the Electoral Commission was about to declare results when we were fully convinced that they didn't have any results to declare and that they were going to fabricate results and feed the nation to those fabrications. As almost predictable, we were treated with contempt. The commission proceeded to do a charade of a results declaration, which made Nana Akufo-Addo the president-elect in the 2020 elections. Not long after, we held a press conference to reject the results in its totality. I have come to confirm that we still stand by our original position, and that is to reject the presidential results as declared by the Electoral Commission yesterday. And indeed, immediately after our rejection, the Commission itself, for the first time in the history of this country, had to go back to recalculate the results and have since brought figures to contradict their earlier declaration, which they claim to be the final declaration. So let's ask ourselves, of what value was either the initial declaration or the follow-up declaration? Which of the results should we place value on?
Yefro na afi yefi ani ntwensen from yeguso awa abato ni mu esanse kokromoti headquarters kokromoti power your election headquarters free see chance to abana heya eni ede hu sunsun so na bremantie no ani guso a ye ko ewo amanyosem no emu na ukopie mu ewo apa Dentra West mensene no emu anase abato mpesua so no emu a ekwawiase abato no wantwantwi kakraba o mampanfo ye wadwene se wonya adaje no haha wani te sa prinkensma anase samansama wo saman ne tamfusu na afi wodi wani ahwe mekwawiase no ndisi amanyoko no na aba no akọ ede amomo.
The case of Upper Dentra West, where all the results had been collated, the district director and returning officer of the Electoral Commission was ready to do a declaration, and a sitting minister of state invaded the town with armed men. So there was a standoff between ordinary citizens determined to protect their ballot. And the declaration could not take place. The armed men led by the minister was insisting that should the returning officer declare the results, he was going to die. And this was a declaration from a minister of state. So, ladies and gentlemen, the returning officer had to be sneaked away from the constituency to Cape Coast, the regional capital, where there was a decision to bring the ballot papers and the results to Cape Coast for declaration. The good citizens of Upper Denkyira West resisted any movement by 1 inch of the electoral material. So they insisted on their grounds, and the stalemate remained till this morning. This afternoon, the Electoral Commission has eaten a humble pie. And as I speak to you, Upper Denkyira West has been declared as a seat that has been won by the National Democratic Congress.
Maybe so dom amanyoko no omano kopie mu abato komisa kache ni nyina fa abato ehun susu so mo se omonye ntum ntikebe yanka abato komisa wonsan emrabio.
Your women are here. What are they doing here this afternoon?
We came here to resist oppressors as women. Jane Mensa is also a woman, and she wants to create problems for this country. So as women, we are also here to play to our God, so that the right thing will be done. Because if something happens, the men will run away, and it will be the women that get to run. That's why. But
the election has already been declared, and then the chairperson says Nanado has won the election.
No. You know that I'm coming. Let me take my document. She made us to believe. Jemensa announced that Nanado have won by 13,434,574. But last night, we learned the workers of the EC came out to say that no, that was not the total. The total was 13,119,460.
So the police and the military driving them away, pushing the ladies from the headquarters of the Electoral Commission. And these women are supporters of the NDP. They have come here today. As you can see, the woman is fighting the people. It's becoming chaos. This woman is trying to. So it became a bit chaotic at the moment. It's become a bit chaotic now. The ladies are resisting. The ladies are resisting. They are resisting at the moment.
Yana home right ba Adom TV kase de aka de beto aso. Yenko Pimo Techiman South, Yamwaka baby Adom TV Kasi, Riasam and Sanya Adom TV station, and one Igusa Yakinka Edmamno. Now Uko Pimo Techiman South, and crab at Adom Case Boponoso, and it's a day Bambo where you remove Nina for 1 2 and 3. Of course, or MPP, any NDC Manuko in term FFE Abatono.
Adom Kasi atwetwe nkomo ena aban na musuni wo Techiman South Kofido nyina editu dwase e wosa hobambofo ebomodena se entokwa asoro wo NDC ni MPP amanyoko num e wabatwa yetu yenim no etubetwa e wo Techiman South abatwa mpesu aso koso akire musa assembly ne yedi obetimi bia se de be ya obetimi aso sa ensemi a asori ano eno echi no asaka de to aso se musek ama ahobambofo abamensini mu a sisi ahobambofo ho ebobro be se oha ane aduonum bisenti eno de adesrede eto awofo ene mabunanim se obibia enya na ade ye se de be ya sansemi ya asori ne hu nkohyem na emra no ene ne
municipal security na ye botan se ye bebo ban e wa abatuo no su twama ya bo ban na meka se nyame ni before ye beto aba no da ye to aba no asondua ba Techiman oli nra ne abatuo no nkenkan ye mu e na nkyiri wahye obi ba ya ye declare aba na wie no security agencies no mo no ni youth bi nya encounter unfortunate true warning shot o mo man to kan mabunu bi very unfortunate enti ne American say Techiman ye dwaman so mra no kra amanfo bebre frɛ me fie Kumase ne Accra so o mahu say ba TV so say basa ba Techiman ne American say ye de ne ma gu akwan mu people should relax Techiman man ye o man ba ko ya to aba na wi ne na esi ye no very unfortunate ye man ende hwa na ne American bo ne say municipal security bebo timamufo ne ajapade nyina ho ban ye mma bibia nsi ye ne security fo no nyina kasa na metu mabunofo say politician bi show say kwa basa mantie menye sure say mabunu na tuo ka omo no bi kura na omo awofo at that point omo nim say omo wo ba bia na omo wo no ti awofo so say ye ntu ye mabunofo na ye nkwala na ye mafo say ye mpe basa bia wo Techiman enim say ye nyina ye gitum na ye de afutuo be ma ye ho a ne yasi no ye de beto ye chi na Techiman mu forward
ewo pon katamanso na okopiem ewo ho a mabunu bia wodom MPP amanyoko no na wabu afuyi omo se aban na musini won potamo ebe yanka aban empe baabi emfa nentena esanse wo hwemu a ekwa MPP amanyoko no fa so di ntwo ewo potamo no na nso ani na sobo no panyini ena omode ebo no
ensem 12 enhyiamu ewo pon katamanso MPP amanyokrio no ahye ya ewo ho no na head of operations ema wono campaign no Prince Dazi edito manpanyi adodanko akufu ado anim se animanimu ya no wonyi aban krachi a wo pon katamanso no edi esan se wono ka ho bi na hoping adoye entimi enya emahye akunya no na ensem 12 enhyiamu no asem enkyeremu sei na o ma ya eno nti wono edi gina so se aban krachi no wo pese wotumi edi free ho no
ya katsere MPP mpanimfo say Ponkatamaso constituency nanka ye wani daso but se papa we amane yensasi form na mpanimfo Solomon Tete apia na mpanimfo ampamo no ahweya ye mu bi wo ho a ye be jai party adwuma na ma papa no kwa ye e wo Ponkatamaso constituency because ye jai adesua ye jai adwuma e pese party ni ye den e ye nkunimdifo ana papa we nko a enso ama yensa ye den e si form
party mabia no wadi ko jan abo wonsa ya na wonum ebo nsinku esa no editu dwa se ehu behia pa se MPP amanyokru no ebe sorry na waji Ponkatamanso kru no edi asi honom
ya bre ya papa wa bre papa wa bre papa eniema akwa bonten ani ni aya ye nyina anya den ankosiaga iti yesre na nado so nya ni tententente munya den ema ye
Ponkatamanso MPP nyada honorable hosin ya wi adoye wa yire ne ho aye adwuma tin epese Ponkatamanso ha ye wini city no nanso MC Solomon Tete apia wa maye nwini wa maye nsesi form
na no dwada ebra abato no eba na wiye no hoping adoye enya emanimu 39,546 ena omanpanyi adodanko akufu adonsu nya emanimu 37,473 ena afi Franketuni ema NDC amanyokrio no ensu nya 54,927 ema Joseph Tete ya wono ena sese wanya kwan ya wokọ emrahye bedwafie no nso enya emanimu 51,755
Yanko aban akachire ne ne osofo hwede obo ho nsem so kwadwo ponkroma de aba betudwa sa asofo ahodo a woni mampanyine ye adwuma nyina da ene wo mo se ekura wu adwo ahwete tu akwatwe bebi atrede o mokọ akoye adwuma ntene wo bi akaja gum a o mahya se eye adwuma dendenden
she amaneboso ene kwadwo ponkroma ne ne eno ne nsemkyerefo edi nhyiemu a wodi atudwa se asofo ahodo ene enipa Ghana mampanyine na Nana Akufo-Addo eyi wono ewo na aban mu no sisi wahya ase ene animu ya wo ye adwuma okiremu se enrada ena abato komisan edi tudwa se Ghana mampanyine na Nana Akufo-Addo ene edi nkunimu abato a Ghana man etu yenim desenti asofo ahodo a wo she Ghana mampanyi amamu ase nyina etwa se wo hya ase na wo ye adwuma
mampanyine Nana Akufo-Addo ni ministers and appointees assign asho medjuma say after election I'm say no enumeration na munyina mo hoye no electoral commission returning officer for presidential election no any declaration o mampeni ni o mine kasae and owie ne anopay ono etua na adwuma so wo Jubilee House ni minister so to medjuma so as well as appointees ofi ni transition adwuma no ene ehun komo no eno so ofi ase de bebe mbia ne bema munyina mwaso ate
Yanko pai katanga na okopie mo pai katanga obeka ya na nsentem Adom kase boye de nsemba betu dwa se RC school ho no eno ma enhyeda enkoyi eno nam so ama empanyfo tie kase bona na wahyase tu ho anamo a nsisi ahyase ekoso ewo
mu ena Adom kase amani boni obrempon ba owusu ede ensem bi ebetu dwa se wokọ emofra suku a ewo kra ne din ene pai katanga Roman Catholic a ewo otimantem a suku dan no atete apansam a se wokohwe se de emofra no etebia mu ewo honom a eye arehosempa na sa ensemi ebetu dwa yi empanyimfo ede ose ayoyo amasa bredie ukodu suku mu honom a watimi akoboa ayi suku adan yie ede niema hodo bi akogu honom a ebetimi aboa emofra no adesua emofra bia wokosuku ewo ehonom ede wonna ase kese ama aban se watie wonsufre abaye wonsuku yi ama omu
senso beto a ise ekufi anso se die onye school dan kama yete fan boy tie da Adom TV fo ase
empana mu ba no na ye den mu na enye kra ba bia wonu nsie to age ekofi ye ba school so ambre bia uniform eyefi now she had Adom TV for us, and they are not dying by everything.
The best room say on my boy. Need yana computers and a library. I had best year there,
Afi aban anamusini owo krache epuye Patrick Jalima ede aseda PSA ama Adom kase se wode sa ensemi ebeto abonten aban enso etie wonsufre abaye ama omo
na hwe na piles ne no na wiki so much say your boss MY ntina need complete rehabilitation until na say nso me hwe skana buru me say should match na say me eco budget no te I did it to the following na my contractor no buy no this year also school so no kware ko wa ko school no say yes and power school no fine this school no almost everything as a classroom you
ye to akase bon so de ane ye hwen sentrofo dwumadi a ekoso ewo afia bato no emu na ensentrofo MPP ne NDC amanyoko ni nyina da eneyi ewo mudin ene obia ebo emra NDC amanyoko ne de so bo bon sentrofo se dodo na ano wo hwe abato no sunsanso na nya de ekoso no de betu dwa no na MPP amanyoko ne aban enso de boss body man sentrofo sentrofo bo adwuma na wo ye bi ne so adasani ane efro ebo afunto bon sentrofo abaso
Sabredie Ghana akọ abato epronso akoyi won mampanyi na amanyoko a wondin ene NDC amanyoko na abato no ekọ awieye no na won Frank Tuni edi enkukuo no empanyimfo a wo amanyoko mu ensem bi a wo kan se wo hwese de Ghana nsentwofo asi aka won wano atum efa ensemboni bi a ekọ so ewo abato ni mu a woni NDC amanyoko no endi ni yie kra wo de sa ensemi atudwa ebra wo frɛ nsentwofo enhie mu bi a wo de ensem bi a won amanyoko no sha ekoso ewo abato ni mu etudwa Johnson Esiedu nketi a woye NDC amanyoko no trɛtrɛfo ena edesa ensemi etudwa ewo nhyiemu no ase.
Letter to the press too. I personally feel very disappointed in your role so far played as members of the Fourth Estate. In Banda, when we were single-handedly facing armed military, it took a couple of press cameras to back me to ensure that the right things were done. How many press houses are showing what is happening in Techman?
Nanso information minister owa aban mu ensem a wo kan se wo hwese de Ghana nsentwofo ebo won homoden ewo abato ni ma esese aban ebo won abasopa esanse wo mo na eboaye ma asumdwe ene pepepeyo aye adwuma ewo abato ni
abre na so titiru ye boss nsentwofo abaso moso adwuma so a moye sa abato bria na se mokoso na moye so na monim nsentwofo adwuma no edi akotene pa wo dodoaje nchira mamu ye friend democracy no edi akotene pa ewom na momo adwuma afie we se mu fiase senia ye kyerɛkyerɛ kwan ankofo mfaso nto aba ye nye manifestos no mu mpensempense mu eda ye to aba nkasa mo reported from almost the 38,000 polling stations across the country. And yes, I put 275 constituencies in more reported the ECOSO, the AC, the NC, in Moma in Ayasote.
Yes, sir, and Chen come for no hot now soon him that say Kuku Power, your election headquarters multimedia, your boy Juma de Sumomangana, Yanai Humra, Yaba, Yabe Rapom Demon. Yeah, boy, right, and some food from one pomodimon, some modia, and knee, and some beto dry and COVID-19, and send some man home and so woman in a radiadum. Some really beat me a kakaka, a sugusua ete.
Wonsem kyerefo nhia mu bi ase a asoye hwe amadebo wonsem so eyeye ena Director General wo Ghana Health Service ano Patrick Kuma Boaje editu dwa se sese wonu mu anya COVID-19 yade ni bi esoate ewo Ghana mamu efrimra wo sese ya besi openuma bosome de to so du ewo afimpinu ene eduonu mu koso akire mu se ebra ye kɔ epebre mu se no eya na epebre pa na emu no ene yade no eteretere ne senti ewo se Ghana fo eya hweyie ewo apuntu obi a wo bekso asese de be ya wonya yade ni bi afeso koso akire mu se wonu mu ayitu kwan eba kotuka International Airport no sese wetimi free enipa bese empemedu wotwe ahanson ne eduosia wotwe efrimra wo bie ewimhye gina bia ewo ebobusu menim enipa bese ahasane eduokro baako enso ena enya COVID-19 yade ni bia obia enhwere ne nkwa.
This chart is quite common to all of you. We continue to update it, and you can see that the number of active cases and recoveries are very close, and the number of cases and the recoveries are almost at par, with very few active cases still there. So we still okay. The deaths have remained, as they say. You can see that where we had the largest rise, June, July, that's where we also had the largest number of deaths. And the issue with the positivity is that the more people are sick, the more people are positive, the more people will be sick, and the more people will die. And so if there's any doubt, for example, of the total number of positives that you have, you can also find them that when the person is sick, they will come. As we speak now, we have a relatively few number of cases in our hospital, Ghana East, which is our largest number of, with the largest hospital for COVID, currently has only about seven sick cases. The rest of the people there are just on isolation. They are asymptomatic and on isolation because they cannot isolate at home. Centers, the people there know how to manage COVID, because it's not that they see one a week, they're seeing a lot in a day, and so they have mass experience to manage COVID properly, and probably that is what is leading to our relatively low death rates.
Adwade mu nsam ye boy de ram dia na ye kwa kwahwe with 3-year lotteries. Se say Awurade adom ka akora ba be kan watese Toyota Corolla ni nyina eka akyede a omanfo bi edi ye eho Adom TV ka se ye kopie mu emra dwumade ne ba so no omanfo a wodi nkurim waje wa basbode.
Adwuma yiku a wodi wonjuma efa star 787 hash so na ene wasesa okwan a ofa so ema akyede ewo won adwuma yiku nim saa brede abranti anidin ene Francis Donko edi Ghana sika empima duonu ewo loto adwuma yiku yi ho na opanna anidin ene Samata Mohammed enso edi Toyota Corolla ewo loto adwuma yiku yi ho na Adom kase ene wona wadi saa akyede imienu nara etwetwe nkomo ensem bi odi tu dwa ene se
me pese obuya hu se ade no star 787 no e real e no crepa no bia odi hu bedum bia no obenya de pefim ade minda o minda no cre meni age papa minda
me fa me phone me ball 787 star 787 me send it then I follow the procedure. Your friend say, "Man, winning." At first, now me doubt kakra because I was thinking say be another scammers be crying. But later on, I send a message say, "Man, winning at the number." I did change so most our friend na show say I don't know, man, winning at the number. And to be no correct, no.
Richard Akotobanfo a head of customer experience ewo loto adwuma yiku a wodi wonjuma efa star 787 hash so e de atogana fo nara enimu se saa brede won adwuma yiku no waye won adwen se eye December bosome mu wo bema enipa enan Toyota Corolla obi biara ewo eho akonya se wodi bie ne saa inti saa brede obiara emfa ne ho enhye won loto adwuma yiku nim na ne tiri enye yi.
This Saturday, say, oh, Shane Wofia, star 787 hash Emma Wakwenya, ama the brand new Toyota Corolla, Akufie. Yes, if for 5 Ghana cedis per, a brand new Toyota Corolla, way air free. Umpere na opede. Me a one come boni bebre na me nya ho akwenya pa. Na me di saka na Akufie. Eno nsi ho. Ubese nya ho akwenya 395,000 Ghana cedis. Eye me me da we ya. Inti wo trending. For phone sisia, dial star 787 hash. Now also Bobby, take it back with 5 Ghana cedis per. Bobo Bray, Nenya Quenya Cassie.
The other so ewa we can see Monsam Eric Cassie do wedi Fanangaza Eka Kejuan on a mano, one in the name what they ever. Yeah, to us so good in same more. I was saying me mo akwa ba biem na yen hyase yen famfi Wafu Zone B tournament a ekoso ewo obi man so Benin Ghana Black Starlight omu gire mo deden a anya ize kra first game yeche Nigeria football mo ba kwa won to me ante na second game ye Saturday coach Karim Zito wono head coach e de maboboku no nsam ode to dwane se ogire boys ni di na no adam ne bo mo boy no Saturday on be sign sa
Kaino one Nigeria na de pim so a wotwi fa no so ekabako ene nei Karim Zito ene ne mrantere ne abrese semi final akensi a wokomu memene da no one Ivory Coast ene de ko bani intibota esi omani so se Wafu ana 20 tournament obekwa kwa nanimu no na be mumui wo hwe ne mu se akensi kesi one Ivory Coast beko no wo wetwa fa no so mana kopie final.
So in the game of football you economize your energy. In training you go all out for the energy, but in the game you economize it. Now every day you the most now the duty of defensive I feel now who is going to work for you?
Coach Karim Zito ne boys nsem ode tu dwase kwan bia so mo hwe na wo mo enye de sene fata na okopi mo na 20 ni mo egusu gina no Bernard Leper wo no na technical director the Ghana Football Association wo him e Benin na ogidi ye se emrante ne bebo mo modern memenda.
A good result for this country, and you represent this country. I really wish you all the best. We all need this success for our self-confidence, for our future. And I know you can do it. Nothing works without your team. you will never have success. You will never find a place in Europe. And I know that it's in every mind, because it must be your aim to be a professional footballer who earns maybe a lot of money. But nothing works without your team.
Ghana Football Association of Football Day Emma Emerantene so monyere mho no abusuan kopium the Ghanaian Premier League Bora match day 5 watchana ehyasie kuma ase Asante Kotoko omne Lagos Cities na dey prem so omienu no obian winning match season na Kotoko fo ni bedi abedi anyasam keto akra na de Kotoko fo de abetu dwane se omo hwe so omne Lagos Cities fo be wi watchana e wa Crash Sports Stadium
no we si aka mienu ya ni nyina mu waboti penko Asante Kotoko mrante neni abre sakensi kese edachina wone Lagos Cities ede korentam so ewo nkrango pamano so no wobeji na aba miensa edikan ewo season nim the san team mrante na sesi omo hu nyina wie ye omo frikuma ase de omo ni akere nkranpopo ni mantemu a omo hwe ni mu se efie da nwumere se papa ogina kense ni fifin hye na ben a omo chiri Lagos City for ise go omo chi edu omo sunkunim.
All right, Fabio Gama na Osa Brazil Foasa Hono. Yina so na fancy. Me no kasa Europa League games course de be PMBA no. Ochna yete bebre kama pa mo se na city. Sergio Manocha me producer GTP no sound to many Fabio mo friend toma. Fananka saka kejwa ne ho Eric Asiedu Buedi. Kumi. So much. Some ye boy room there na make I say Abicus creation obetwitwa obepam ebe fatal anything wa free Abicus number no 0201513275 0201513275 na negide mu nsem na ye bisa say 2020 amanyonyom ben ene ye wode say ye MPP say NDC say CPP ana PPP ye ne Ghana de sha twetwe nkomo
mama fa mama fa mama fa mama fa mama fa
Ohe anyum to dia endi sunyuma mu to dia in fact hwe anyum bit say ogada mahama no the business mahama say do si hama dia no say ni blewom na hwe mahama fa na hwe okada we nyum 2016 no anyuma mahama de na apo no na ka hwe dia absolutely say the nyum na ebu man a Aka Debian Candice Befa Mamun 2020 ya tuama nana anyomono odi hwe okada na de because okada na ye gymnastics song Maria Mare Evangelist
Hallelujah
Praise the Lord
Hallelujah
Maria Mare
Evangelist Yare Mama
Nese wone Ghana de twetwe nkomo asanka yenwom ne yedidi nkunim de anka NDC afada da yenyina weso na kase ye de bremo ne ye fa ne nyina mra na bi edi amje so obidum bi ekwa de kumi adomdom ya ye besanso ehia biom yakra mo nyina